Hey guys, today we're going to go through how to correctly execute a low bar squat. This is my favorite exercise to build muscle and strength in the lower limb. So before we start our squats, the first thing we need to make sure is that our rack height is correct for our height. So this is about right for me. We just want to make sure that we have enough room to stand up tall and walk the barbell out, okay, without tippy-toeing our way out of the rack, okay? So once we have our rack height correct, the first thing we're going to do is place our hands on the barbell. Our first cue when squatting is where we place our hands on this barbell. Now, the closer our hands are on the barbell, the more upper back activation we can get, and you can create a nice strong shelf for that barbell to sit on, okay? The wider our hands are, generally we're not going to get as much activation in our upper back, and it's going to be a little bit harder for that barbell to sit on. Now, by cue for hand position, we bring our hands as close as our shoulder mobility allows. Okay? So if your shoulders don't allow you to go closer, don't go closer. So in my case, I'll have my index fingers on the line as I'm warming up. Okay, we get a nice strong grip of that barbell, thumb around the bar. Once we have our hands in a comfortable position on that barbell, we want to make sure that we place that barbell just above our rear delts and create as much tension in our upper back for that barbell to sit on. Okay, so we find just above our rear delts. Once that bar is positioned, we want to pull our shoulder blades down and back. Okay, that's going to create a nice strong shelf for the bar to sit on. Once we're nice and stable, we stand up tall, 3 steps out. Okay. Once we're in our squatting position, we want to ensure that our feet are wide enough to allow our hips to sit back and maintain a nice neutral lumbar spine, okay? So if we're too narrow there, we're going to find it difficult to get low and deep in our squat, okay? Toes are slightly pointed out to allow the knees to track with the toes, okay? In this position, we're going to simultaneously work from the ground up. As we descend into the squat, we're going to push our hips back and push our knees out and control, control, control. The knees will always track with the toes in an outward direction, making sure that the glutes stay active. Keeping the chest up, nice, slow descent, pushing the knees out and keeping the chest up. Hips back, knees out, chest up. So there you have it guys, that's how you correctly and safely perform a low barbell squat. This is the exercise that's going to allow you to move the most weight in our squat, and it's the one that's going to yield the biggest strength and muscle gaining benefits. This is different from our high bar squat as it targets primarily the muscles of the posterior chain, which is our glutes, our hamstrings, and even our back, which is different to our high bar squat, which is primarily a quadricep dominant exercise. Not to say that the low bar doesn't still target our quadriceps, there's just a larger emphasis on the muscles of our hips.